You begin your life with a deep illusion, the idea that you are the center of the universe, and everything revolves around you. This belief forms in the earliest days of your existence. When you open your eyes as an infant, the world greets you with faces full of warmth, love, and care. Every smile, every gurgle, every slight movement you make is met with glowing eyes and open arms. Your parents or guardians, those first witnesses of your life, are devoted to your needs. They rush to soothe your every cry, marvel at your smallest gestures, and celebrate each of your developmental milestones as if they were monumental events. Your first word, your first step, these are moments of pure triumph in their eyes, and they treat them as though they are of paramount importance. You are the focus of their world, and their attention is all-encompassing. Their every action seems to reaffirm your significance, giving you the impression that your presence and your well-being are of immense value. This nurturing environment forms a cocoon around you, and within that cocoon, you are constantly validated, cherished, and protected. It shapes your understanding of the world and how you fit into it. You grow up believing that your every action is being watched, appreciated, and supported, creating an inherent expectation that the world will continue to revolve around you. But it doesn't stop at home. When you begin attending school, this illusion is further nurtured by your teachers and early caregivers. They guide you, support your learning, and praise your smallest accomplishments. Teachers are patient, giving you individualized attention and celebrating your achievements, no matter how small. You feel noticed, and your efforts seem to matter. Every corrected math problem, every piece of artwork that gets pinned on the classroom wall becomes a testament to your significance in this microcosm of school life. You come to believe that the world is a stage, and you are its star, receiving applause and encouragement at every turn. This supportive network of family, teachers, and caregivers creates a bubble of validation and praise that constantly reassures you of your value and importance. You become accustomed to being observed, and this attention reinforces the belief that you are at the center of an attentive universe. Your small victories are celebrated, and your struggles are met with comfort and care. In this world, your worth is never in question, and the thought that you might be insignificant never crosses your mind. However, as you grow older, this comforting illusion begins to fade. The world outside your close-knit circle starts to reveal itself as something very different from what you've always known. A new reality begins to unfold, a reality that can be startling and uncomfortable. The larger world beyond your family and school is not filled with the same doting attention and admiration. Instead, it is indifferent, vast, and often indifferent to your existence. This revelation tends to strike hardest during late adolescence or early adulthood, perhaps when you move away from home, start a new job, or find yourself alone in a big city. You might be walking down a busy street, surrounded by strangers who rush past you, absorbed in their own lives, not even glancing in your direction. Or perhaps you were sitting alone in your dorm room, realizing that no one is waiting to see how your day went. The protective cocoon that once enveloped you is no longer there. And for the first time, you truly feel invisible. Your achievements, struggles, and even your existence seem to go unnoticed by the world around you. This awakening can be disheartening and deeply unsettling. The stark contrast between the nurturing attention of your early years and the impersonal, indifferent nature of the larger world can create a sense of loss. You may mourn the disappearance of that warm bubble of care, feeling abandoned by the universe that once seemed to revolve around you. The world no longer rushes to catch you when you fall, and there is no one cheering for you when you succeed. You begin to realize that you are just another person among billions, lost in the vastness of the world. This awareness of your own insignificance in the grand scheme of things can evoke feelings of loneliness and disillusionment. You may feel as though you have been cast adrift, disconnected from the people and structures that once provided you with a sense of meaning and purpose. The world, which once felt so intimate and familiar, now feels distant and indifferent. Yet, as painful as this realization can be, there is another layer to it. one that often goes unnoticed in the midst of your grief over your newfound invisibility. What you may not immediately realize is that there is freedom in this indifference. While you may lament your unimportance in the eyes of the world, this same indifference offers you an opportunity for liberation. In your early years, you were constantly under the watchful eyes of others, your parents, teachers, caregivers. This attention, while comforting, also imposed a certain pressure to perform, to meet expectations, to live up to the standards set by those around you. Now, as you step into the larger world, that pressure begins to dissipate. You are no longer the center of attention, and with that comes the freedom to be imperfect, to make mistakes, and to live without the constant fear of judgment. Despite this potential for freedom, many of us remain trapped in a paradox. On the one hand, we mourn the loss of that constant attention and validation, feeling invisible and insignificant in a world that seems indifferent to our existence. On the other hand, we continue to fear judgment from others, imagining that every misstep, every awkward interaction, is being meticulously noted and judged by those around us. We convince ourselves that the world is watching, ready to pounce on our every mistake, even though we simultaneously feel unseen. This self-consciousness can become a heavy burden, making it difficult to live authentically. You may find yourself hesitating to take risks, avoiding opportunities, and holding back from fully engaging with life out of fear of being judged. You may spend hours agonizing over a comment you made in a meeting, the outfit you wore to a social event, or the way you presented yourself in a conversation. You imagine that others are scrutinizing your every move, as if they are as fixated on your actions as you are. But here's the truth: they're not. Take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Think about the last time you were in a crowded elevator or attended a long meeting. Did you notice every detail about the people around you? Did you meticulously analyze their appearance, behavior, or words? Probably not. Most likely, you were preoccupied with your own thoughts, your own worries, your own concerns. You may have noticed a colleague's new haircut or a stranger's outfit in passing, but those observations were fleeting, quickly replaced by your own preoccupations. This shift in perspective reveals an important truth. Just as you are consumed by your own life, so too are others consumed by theirs. They are not scrutinizing your every move because, quite simply, they don't have the time or mental energy to do so. They are busy living their own lives, navigating their own challenges, and worrying about their own insecurities. By recognizing this, you can begin to dismantle the exaggerated importance you attribute to your own perceived flaws and mistakes. The truth is, most people are not paying nearly as much attention to you as you think they are. They are just as preoccupied with their own lives as you are with yours. This realization is both humbling and freeing. It means that the world is not holding its breath, waiting for you to make a mistake. You are not under constant scrutiny, and your missteps are not the subject of widespread judgment. Just as you quickly forget the minor details of others' lives, they quickly forget the minor details of yours. Understanding this can free you from the prison of self-consciousness. It allows you to let go of the fear of judgment and embrace the freedom that comes with being just another face in the crowd. You can take risks, pursue your passions, and engage with the world without the constant fear of being watched. You can stumble, fall, and even fail, knowing that others are too absorbed in their own lives to notice. In the end, the realization that no one really cares is one of the most liberating truths of all. It frees you to be yourself, to embrace your imperfections, and to live with greater courage and authenticity. It allows you to stop worrying about how you are perceived and to start focusing on how you want to live. So, embrace this newfound freedom with open arms. Step into the world with confidence, knowing that you are free to explore, to grow, and to make mistakes. And most importantly, remember that your worth is inherent. It does not depend on the approval or attention of others. You are free, in the truest and most meaningful sense, to be yourself.